I've been a successful online creator for 13 years. I was a full-time blogger for 2 years prior to YouTube, and today I've been full-time on this platform for 5 years. From the outside, it looks amazing. Freedom, creativity, control, fame, popularity, money. And yes, those are all amazing tools for reaching people and changing their lives. But sometimes my own life needs to be changed. Sometimes being a dedicated creator means there's areas of my life that become unhealthy and out of balance. If I just leave them unchecked, it's possible for me to end up in a place where I could not only lose everything I've worked for, but lose the things that are supposed to be the most important to me. I've seen it happen to many successful creators over the years, and I don't want it to happen to me. A friend of mine, Julie, is experiencing some of the same internal struggles that I am. She's a full-time gamer on YouTube, and her channel is growing, and she's experiencing a lot of success as a creator. But she's also hitting some of those same frustrations in her personal life because of it. She lives here in Cincinnati, so I went to her house to hear more about her story. It's really cool to hang out here in Julie's space. Why don't you show us, where do you stream? Tell us your setup.
Okay, sounds good.
What does it look like as a creator? What do you got? The green screens, you got the gaming, you got the camera stuff. So
yeah, so I have 2 green screens. So this one, my family came up with the idea, but anytime someone like tips the channel or sponsors, they're obviously like financially supporting.
Yeah.
So we have little decorations and a new theme each month. So last month was like Easter, so we had like bunnies and eggs and things. And then this month is Cinco de Mayo, so we have some like cactuses. That's my baby picture.
So how important is it that you feel like that you give people instant feedback, instant gratification when they subscribe, when they tip, when they comment?
Yeah, I think it's super important because I think like why live stream if you're not gonna like interact in real time? Usually I'm like energized and ready, but after the stream is done, it's pretty exhausting because it's a lot. Like, you know, I'm constantly looking at all these different things. The chat is flying, a new tip comes in, but then, you know, there's a guy chasing me in the game. So I gotta survive and thank this person and say hi to this person, you know, and make sure, you know, I'm on the right scene and have my right overlay and, you know, actually hit something and then, you know, goes crazy and it's like, oh man.
But people love it when it goes crazy. Like when they love the mistakes. That's like the best part.
Absolutely. When I graduated college, I was like, oh, you know, I kind of want a new experience. So about a year and a half after, I was like, I want to move to New York City. So I up and moved, didn't have a job or anything like that. But I lived in New York City for almost 2 years and it was awesome, but I was working a job that I absolutely hated. There was just one moment I was sitting at my desk and I was like, I'm not happy. And there's gotta be more than this. Freedom, that was something that I felt like I didn't have at my job, was that somebody else was in charge of my revenue. So, you know, somebody else determined my hours. I wanted that freedom to be in control of my own revenue, my own schedule, all those different things. So a big part of that was I kind of want that freedom. But, you know, the other part was I just want to do what I love at the same time. So, and I wasn't getting either at the job that I worked at. Gaming has been a part of my life since I was little, and I'm very grateful to my parents because whether it was card games or board games or video games, we always were gaming, me, my sister, my brother, and my parents. But I was sitting there and I was like, hey, like I know people do YouTube and I know people play games and can make a full-time living. I knew like with PewDiePie especially, like he would always talk about how hard it was.
All I used to do was YouTube. That was an extremely unhealthy thing to do.
So a part of me had like that realistic view where it's like, okay, I don't want to be completely naive, but you know, I was just excited at an opportunity to do what I love ultimately. So I called my parents and I was like, I think I want to start a YouTube channel. But I was like, can I come live back in the basement because I don't, you know, have a lot of money and no place to live? And they were like, sure. So my parents let me move back home. I started up my channel. And here we are almost 3 years later, so I made it work. And I wanted to say thank you to all of you guys out there who have been supporting me for like the past month and a half. So all my subscribers, everybody who's watching this video, I love you guys so much. You all are the best, like no lie. It was both amazing because again, I was really miserable at my job, but it was also scary because there goes my paycheck, right? And I'm stepping into the unknown and I'm starting something that I have no idea where this is gonna lead, if it'll lead somewhere. So it was both very, very exciting, but also terrifying a little bit. Needs to be on for the video. Here it is. So I first started and I was just uploading videos. So I wasn't doing any live streams or anything like that, but I was uploading like twice a day. So it was just a lot of work, like the constant grind. I really loved it though, because I would sit, I would record, I would game, and then I would edit. And I loved all of those things. So at first it was just, you know, I'm just so happy to just be doing what I love, and I wasn't making any money. And then eventually, about a year into it, I kind of got worn out because I was working so much, and literally, like, I was hardly sleeping and hardly eating some days. And a lot of people, myself included, think that you just sit down, you know, you're just playing a game and it's only like a couple hours at most that you're working. But it's like, no, you have to deal with taxes, you have to answer emails, and they're good things, but working with companies and, you know, just networking and all of these things that go into it behind the scenes to help make your business successful, I had no idea what I was getting into. So that was a huge learning curve. Another thing that surprised me was just how quickly I became friends with some of my viewers. So that was a positive, was that, you know, I'm interacting with all these different people, and some of them are actually becoming my real life friends. But then on the flip side, it was like, the more time I put in with those, my online friends, the less time I had for my already real life friends or family or whoever. So it was just this constant balance of, okay, I'm putting a lot of time in with these friends online, but then these relationships are suffering in real life. So that was, and still is, something I, you know, have yet to really figure out. I can just remember in college, like, constantly being glued to my phone, and when someone would text me, boom, I'm right on it. I'm texting them back, I'm calling them back. And then when I kind of started my channel, and when I started to get really busy with my channel, it was kind of like my texts would pile up. Even nowadays, it can take me like a day or two to reply to someone, when a couple years ago, I was all over it, like ready to reply. And so I think it's just something that I started noticing myself being like, wow, I forgot to call this person back, and it's been a week now. And I was like, this never used to happen to me. I don't know, sometimes I just get the feeling, I'm like, I hope this person doesn't feel ignored. And there's something inside of me that's like, you know, I think you should have texted them back, or at least given them a call. So it is something that I haven't figured out to this day, and I struggle with that balance. But, you know, it does definitely bother me that I do feel like sometimes I'm not giving people in my real life the time that they do deserve from me. My brother and his wife got this adorable 11-week-old puppy just like last week, a week and a half ago maybe. And so I've been trying to make it a point, because, you know, puppies grow up, and, you know, this is like a once in a 30-year thing maybe. Like, who knows if I'll ever get a dog, and I love dogs, or if anybody else will get a dog that I know. So it's like, I love puppies, and, you know, I love my family. And so I've been trying to make it a point to go see them, to go hang out and just play with a puppy. But I wanted to go on like Monday or Tuesday, but then like stuff with my channel came up. And then I was like, okay, I'll try to go like Wednesday, but then something came up. And then like today, like, you know, I'm busy with this. And then Friday I have like this meeting during the afternoon. So it's like, well, maybe I can go see him Saturday. So that's the hard thing, is like, you know, I do try and plan these things out, but then like something comes up. And so it's like, I'm missing out on this time where, you know, it's good to hang out with family, and I want to go see the puppy, because the puppy's not going to be a puppy for much longer, but, you know, stuff happens. So I struggle with that balance. It got to a point where I was like recording, editing, and uploading 2 videos a day that were like 20 to 30 minute gameplay videos, and I was doing a live stream for like 2 to 3 hours. So it just got to the point where that became overwhelming, and I became burnt out. So I kind of took a step back. I like made a video on my channel, and I was like, I'm like hardly eating, I'm hardly sleeping. I was like, I know my viewers would understand. So it was more just for like me to like have accountability and like put it out there that, hey, like, this isn't really working. Like, I love what I do so much that I'm overworking myself. At that point, I started uploading less, and that's kind of when I was like feeling out streaming. I was like, I love streaming. And so I was like, okay, you know, we're gonna do less with the uploads and just kind of do some streaming for now. And it was the best thing that happened, because now I'm a full-time streamer and I love it so, so much. But if I didn't take that break and kind of reflect, like, I'm getting burnt out, what do I gotta do to fix this? It probably wouldn't have led me to streaming and doing what I'm doing right now. I now am so much better about taking breaks, like I said. So, you know, I'm okay with not streaming for a couple of days, or going to take the afternoon off from answering emails and working on stuff to go hang out with my family, or go see a movie with one of my friends. So things that maybe a year and a half or 2 years ago when I first started, I was like, no, like I gotta do this, I gotta be on the grind, like work. Now it's like, okay, like I've learned from that. I don't wanna get burnt out. I need to be energized, and I need to keep these relationships going because they matter to me in the first place. And I also need to have some fun and just step away from work. So I've learned from that experience, and I'm much better now about taking the breaks that I need to take so that I can continue to do what I love every day.
For me, one of my biggest struggles is giving time to the people who need it most. My family, my community, my relationships. I believe all these things are some of the most important things in my life, and that I need to give them the time and attention they deserve. But often the other things in my life just feel more pressing, like what I create for YouTube, for clients, and for my business. It's too easy for me to give those things most of my energy and neglect the relationships I assume will just always be there. It's like I take them for granted sometimes. When Julie said that she's learned that she needs to take breaks so that she can continue to do what she loves every day, that really resonated with me. It gives me permission to say no to creating videos, to put the camera down, to walk away from email, and to put my phone on airplane mode, and instead just create something far more valuable and long-lasting, my real-life relationships. Today, Julie is in a much healthier place than she was just a few years ago. She's not one of those creators who finds himself chasing after YouTube likes and Instagram hearts and just general positive affirmation on the internet. She's serving her audience well while also remembering that she needs real-life relationships to keep her grounded, people to speak into her life and just help her continue to grow and mature as the person that she wants to be. Those are the things that are helping her actually become the positive role model that is impacting and changing the lives of the people in her online community. Me, I've seen too many creators focus on their work while their real life relationships just slowly fade away. I remind myself that engaging with a community of people online feels real, but it's not. It's virtual. I need real life relationships with people who know me beyond the life I moderate for others online. I need people who deeply, honestly know me. They know my strengths, they know my weaknesses, they know my mistakes, and they still love me anyway. If you don't grow your audience with some of these things in mind, some very unfortunate things can happen. Click this video right here to watch how internet fame can slowly ruin your life. It's an older video, but it's definitely very relevant today. And subscribe here because we're all about helping you grow your YouTube audience so you can reach people and impact and change their lives. It's a very noble thing. So subscribe here, click there, and I'll see you guys in that next video.